Test, Test. 1, 2. Perfekt. Thank you very much. So. Hallo meine lieben Freunde und herzlich willkommen bei Sterne TV und zurück zu Pracht des lila Gartens. Heute am hoffentlich letzten Tag, Tag 7. Und wir haben die weiteren Legenden der Kasen, wahrscheinlich die Anekdoten und natürlich Blumenhof und einsamer Krieger, die wir heute machen können. So, und wenn ich noch Lust habe, mache ich vielleicht noch die erste Tiane der Vorrichtung, aber mal gucken. So, hier gibt es eine wunderschöne Trennwand mit den 4 Zeichnungen. Und guck mal, hier sieht man, dass das ein Bild ist. Ohoho. Ah, da fehlt aber noch ein Bild dann. Okay, das sind die 4 Zeichnungen, 5 Zeichnungen eigentlich. Mal gucken. So, dann fangen wir auch direkt damit an. Und das hier, schwarz gefärbte Palast. So, okay. Los geht's. Warte bis Mittag. Bis nächsten Mittag. Wo war der Doktor? Dann schauen wir mal. 12 Uhr, ja? Up. Natürlich. Warum stehen wir hier heute den ganzen Tag? Haben wir sonst nichts Besseres zu tun?
Kazu has said he would wait for us at the 5 Kasen Plaza today. Let's go find him there.
What? Oh, doch nicht an den Docks. Psi. Hier ist Party.
Ah, you're here. It appears everyone has arrived. Last night, I visited a former servant who once worked for my family. I was able to learn the entirety of what happened all those years ago. In my great-grandfather's generation, the Ishin art was tasked with forging an important Goshinto according to an ancient forging diagram. Though all the craftsmen involved were very experienced, the process was still unsuccessful. Every blade that was forged was defective. When the deadline came, the blade still wasn't finished, so the craftsmen all fled and hid for fear of punishment. The Kaidahara clan and Yashiro Commission then conducted an investigation. My great-grandfather and the head of the Kamisato clan eventually tracked down the craftsmen near the seaside. However, they met fierce resistance from the craftsmen, and in the end they were unable to prevent them from escaping by sea. The Kaidahara clan was severely punished for the swordsmiths that had escaped, and the family gradually fell into decline. Moreover, I heard that the head of the Kamisato clan was injured by the fleeing swordsmiths, which combined with his advanced age caused him to pass away shortly thereafter.
Yes. The sudden passing of the family head left the Kamisato clan leaderless. Treacherous people took advantage of the situation and put the family status in the Yashiro Commission at jeopardy. This single incident had profound effects. Even after the position as head of the clan was passed to my father, the Kamisato clan still wasn't able to regain its prior reputation. But, thanks to my brother, everything is getting better now.
The failure to forge the blade was ultimately attributed to a lack of required skill and finesse. The Kaedahara clan and the Yashiro Commission always believed that was the case. However, the story of the 5 Kasen seems to imply that the failure didn't stem from a lack of skill, but rather, the diagram had been tampered with by someone. Miss Kamisato, I heard yesterday that the Yashiro Commission has still kept the diagram ever since the failed forging all those years ago. Might I ask you to do me a favor?
Yes, I understand. I will go back and search for the diagram. Please come meet me at the Kamisato estate later.
Der schwarz gefärbte Palast. Mann, ist der schwarz. Kamisato, ja, das ist ein bisschen weiter weg. Da, da, da. Hallo? Ayato? Da ist sie. Warte mal, ich muss hier mal eben... das ist die Mina des gefallenen Landes, Band 5. Oho. Gibt es hier noch mehr so geile Sachen zu entdecken? Hier drin habe ich mich da noch nie umgeschaut. Aha. Na gut.
Everyone, I've managed to find the old diagram.
Though the diagram is well preserved, you can still tell that it's seen at least 3 or 4 centuries of history.
Whoa, that's pretty old. Is it still possible to find any evidence of tampering?
At this point, we can only try our luck and see how we fare.
Das ist eine Schwertklinge. Das sehe ich von hier. Leider kann ich nichts davon lesen. Weil ich diese Sprache nicht beherrsche. Sieht ja nach Kanji aus. Aber ich kann da nicht mehr. Zu lange her. Ich habe mal Japanisch gelernt. Aber die Tatsache, dass das Spiel eigentlich chinesisch ist. Aber ein paar Zeichen sehen japanisch aus. Oh, erkenne ich. Und Dingens. Aber kein Plan.
Although the effect is not too obvious, you can still see that some words have now started to smudge. Kazuha, this is clear evidence that this chart was indeed tampered with. Someone framed the Kaedahara clan all those years ago.
I see. But I fear that I've discovered this secret too late. When my grandfather was young, he proposed reviving the Ishin art many times to my great-grandfather. But my grandfather was only scolded for being too foolhardy. Yesterday, the former family servant said that my great-grandfather even went to the Yashiro Commission to request that diagram from the head of the Kamisato clan. He then showed that diagram to my grandfather and asked him and his subordinates to try to forge the sword. Sure enough, my grandfather also failed. My great-grandfather then told him, if you can't find the secret within, then the Ishin art deserves to fade from the world. My grandfather left Inazuma in a rage after hearing those words. He didn't ever see my great-grandfather again, even till the day of his passing. Looking back at it now, The argument between the two of them was simply meaningless.
Oh, Kazuha.
I heard that your great-grandfather was very industrious when he was young, but later in life, he no longer bothered with the forging arts. It appears that his failure took quite a toll on him.
Kazuha, did your great-grandfather really say, "If you can't find the secret within"? Did he use those exact words?
Yes. The servant said that he personally heard those words, and still remembers them very clearly. My grandfather was so angry at the time that he smashed my great-grandfather's cherished bonsai tree.
Yes, it appears that you understand my meaning. Kazuha, if your great-grandfather thought that the Ishin art lacked finesse, then after witnessing his son's failure, wouldn't he have said something more along the lines of, "Your skills aren't sufficient"? But instead he said, "If you can't find the secret within." Don't you find that a little strange?
Huh? Oh. So you're saying my great-grandfather may have very well known that the failure was due to someone's tampering?
Yes. The current evidence suggests that is highly likely.
I apologize, but would you all please accompany me to the Tenryou Commission? After I became a wanted criminal, the Tenryou Commission seized my family's last remaining estate, which contained all of my family's old belongings. I want to inquire about the whereabouts of those belongings. If I can find them, we might be able to get some clues.
All right, let's get moving.
Alter, Schmiedeplan. Wo müssen wir hin? Das ist weit. Okay. Sarah.
What are you all doing here? Did something happen on Rito?
Kujo Sara. Perhaps you still remember me.
Yes, I do. You're Kaedehara Kazuha, a wanted criminal during the Vision Hunt decree. However, your arrest warrant has since been repealed.
Sarah, we'd like to ask about the Kaedehara clan's property that was seized by the Tenryou Commission. Do you know where all their belongings are now?
Yes, the items seized at that time are currently stored in the warehouse next to the police station. Since Kaedehara has come back to Inazuma, those items should be returned to their rightful owner.
No, I'm afraid you misunderstand. I'm not here to reclaim those belongings. I just want to investigate them for a personal matter.
I see. All right, I'll inform the police station. They'll take you into the warehouse.
Thank you, Sarah!
Kaedehara, about the Vision Hunt decree.
That's all in the past now, Kujo Sara. There's no need to mention it again. I know you've also had your own convictions and struggles. However, may I ask something of you?
Yes? What is it?
Currently, I have no plans to stay in Inazuma. As a result, those items from my family's estate are of no use to me. Madam Kujo, I believe you are a person of integrity. After our investigation is over, I'd like to ask if you can handle those belongings for me. Please, sell them, and use the money to help the poor.
All right, I understand. I'll be sure to take care of it.
The defenses on the left side of the tower need to be strengthened. This is the headquarters of the Tenryou.
So, so. Die Entschuldigung war lange überfällig, glaube ich. Moment. Oh. Ich bin verwirrt gerade. Scheiße. So. Ich lese nebenbei gerade was anderes und ich bin ein bisschen abgelenkt. Moment. So.
Ah, you must be here to investigate the Kaedehara clan's belongings. Well, Madame Kujo's already informed me of the situation. Please, come this way. Ah, the Kaedehara clan's belongings are stored in this warehouse. Unfortunately, the items are scattered throughout in order to save space. My deepest apologies. However, I have clearly marked the corresponding items, so they shouldn't be too difficult to find. I'll be waiting for you at the door. Please, come see me if you require any assistance.
Kazuha, since the items are scattered throughout the building, I propose we split up and look for clues.
Yes, sounds like a plan. Thanks for your help, everyone.
Da, da, da. Gut, fangen wir vorne an.
I'll be checking around here. You and the others can start looking elsewhere.
Oh, it's you. I'm currently investigating the sword rack.
Sehe ich.
Oh, since the Kaedehara clan was a family of renowned swordsmiths, then this blade should be super valuable, right? Maybe it's a treasure of the Ishin art!
I'm afraid not. Although the sword rack is made of fine wood, the swords placed here appear to be quite ordinary. Due to the dire financial situation of the late Kaedehara clan, everything of value has probably been sold off already. The blade on the sword hasn't been sharpened, but there are many signs of use on the hilt. Perhaps Kaedehara used it for training as a child.
Let Paimon see! Oh, there seems to be a couple uneven characters etched into the scabbard. Kazu-ha. Wow, so it really was Kazuha's! Paimon can imagine what Kazuha was like as a kid.
I will continue investigating here and call you if I find anything interesting.
What did you find, Shincho?
I found quite the pile of old books. These books here are all related to smelting steel, and these are about the process of forging blades. This pile over here is all about plants and flowers.
The books about plants and flowers must have belonged to Kazuha's great-grandfather.
I skimmed through them just now, but I didn't find anything particularly worth noting. I shall take a closer look and let you know if I find anything.
Oh, it's you. Unfortunately, I have yet to find anything of value here.
Whoa, this folding screen looks pretty old, though.
Yes, perhaps if it were better maintained, then it could fetch a decent price. However, I doubt it could be sold in its current condition. I was taking a closer look just now and noticed a large piece of dirt caught in the fabric fibers on the back side. The soil is deeply embedded into the cloth. That means a great deal of force was used when the dirt was lodged into the cloth. It's likely that this patch of dirt is from the very flower pot thrown by Kazuha's grandfather. Because this is not what we're looking for now. Let me think. If I wanted to leave a message behind, I would probably choose to leave it on something a little more special.
Albedo seems to be thinking pretty hard. We better not bother him.
There must be some around here somewhere. Do you see all these pots here? Some of them are bound to have liquor inside, right?
Hey! Everyone else is trying hard to help, and you're over here looking for a drink?
I merely jest, of course. Come on, we're close to uncovering the truth now. Why do you look so worried?
Well, Paimon doesn't really get why Kazuha told Sara to sell all these belongings. What if we don't end up finding anything today? Then wouldn't Kazuha lose the chance of finding out what really happened all those years ago? You know, just saying.
I know you are worried about Kazuha, but if you ask me, he is stronger than you think. Since Kazuha made such a request to Sara, that indicates he's already made his choice. Whether we find out the truth or not today, or whatever it turns out to be, he's ready to accept it. No, not intuition. Rather, I've lived for a long time now, so you could say I have some experience in reading people. Leave the things here to me. You two can look around elsewhere.
Everyone, I've found something that you should all have a look at.
Ein Baum.
This flower pot was in my house for a long time. I heard that it was left behind by my great-grandfather.
Yeah, the plants seem to have been dead for a while now.
Well, after my great-grandfather stopped studying the forging arts, he picked up the hobby of keeping bonsai plants. Most of his prized plants were given to others once he became seriously ill. But he specifically left behind this dead plant at the time, and even instructed my grandfather not to throw it away in his will. My grandfather deeply regretted that he never managed to reconcile with my great-grandfather, so he left the plant exactly as it was. But now that I think about it, my great-grandfather could very well have left it behind for other reasons.
Now that you mention it, this flower pot is kinda suspicious.
Yes. Let's take a closer look, shall we?
We finally found something! It's only a bunch of blank paper. Do you think someone already discovered the compartment and swapped the contents?
No, I do not think that is the case here. See the paper? It's quite yellowed, which means it's very old.
You mean to say that these sheets have been written with special ink, like that which Miss Kamisato found before?
Yes, I agree with this hypothesis.
Okay, let's give it a dunk then.
There is a pond outside the police station. I'll use the water there.
Well, how did it go? Those weren't just plain old sheets of paper, were they?
Just as everyone guessed, after I sprinkled some water onto the paper, writing did indeed begin to appear on it. It is a letter, written by my great-grandfather.
Oh? What does the letter say?
It is. I'll tell you what my great-grandfather knew at the time, but before that, I wish to take you somewhere. Everyone, please follow me.
Was wusste der alte Mann? Stücke. richtige Richtung laufen wäre auch vorteilhaft. Dum, 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 dum.
Kaedehara, why did you lead us to this beach?
It is. In fact, my great-grandfather and the head of the Kamisato clan tracked the fleeing swordsmiths to this very location. Our hypothesis was correct. My great-grandfather was well aware of the truth behind the defective blades. And it was right here where they encountered the culprit who framed the Kaedehara clan and the Raiden Gokaden. It reads, "To whoever reads this letter, I, Kaedehara Yoshinori, have been held to a certain secret throughout my entire life. I don't have much longer in this world, and after much consideration, I've finally decided to disclose the matter. All those years ago, when I was pursuing the swordsmiths alongside Commissioner Kamisato of the Yashiro Commission, I was not injured by one of the fleeing smiths. Rather,
it was night, and after the clues led us down to shore, I waited for the culprits to show themselves. However, there were no swordsmiths in sight, only a single eccentric stranger. This stranger claimed to be the one behind the failed forgings, and said that he had been patiently waiting for us. He then threatened to destroy the Raiden Gokaden. That person was of able body, and in a blink of an eye, myself and the accompanying samurai had been defeated. Commissioner Kamisato was severely wounded, and I barely escaped death myself. My hat had fortunately blunted a blow to my head. The unusual stranger could have easily claimed my life at that moment. But, after noticing my appearance, he stopped his attacks and sternly asked if I had any connection with the name Niwa. I answered that it was my father's surname, and after my father disappeared, I was adopted by the Kaedehara family. Upon hearing my answer, the stranger paused. After a long silence, he suddenly said, "Tell her this. My name is Kuni Kuzushi." He then turned and left.
Scaramouche, der Typ mit dem riesen Hut ist das gewesen, oder denke ich zumindest.
Wow. So that's what really happened.
Yes. My great-grandfather and the head of the Kamisato clan escaped from death and learned that the forging diagram had been tampered with by Kuni Kuzushi. However, due to the encounter, the head of the Kamisato clan was worried that my great-grandfather would be falsely accused of being involved with the perpetrator. So even on his deathbed, the master of the Kamisato clan cautioned my great-grandfather to never speak of what happened, because the perpetrator said he would destroy the Raiden Gokaden. My great-grandfather worried that the perpetrator would still return for vengeance. So, to protect his loved ones, he closed the family business. He said, "As the leader of the Kaedehara clan, I am deeply ashamed to witness the decline of the Isshin art. But as a father, it is my priority to ensure the safety of my children and grandchildren." Yes, that's right. If my grandpa had somehow discovered the secret behind the tampered diagram all those years ago, perhaps my great-grandfather would have told him the truth. Unfortunately, he failed to catch any of the hints in my great-grandfather's words. Miss Kamisato, it appears you were unaware of the happenings that my great-grandfather described here. What are your thoughts?
I suppose the reason the head of the Kamisato house never spoke of this to the family was due to similar safety concerns. If the perpetrator was capable of tampering with even the Shogun's diagrams, and could single-handedly defeat many men, then he is not an ordinary enemy. I will discuss this matter with Brother shortly, and investigate the identity behind the one called Kunikuzushi. Rest assured, we will act cautiously.
To be honest, as I read the letter, I felt much turbulence in my heart. But now I've managed to calm myself. My great-grandfather said in the letter that he did not wish his descendants to blindly seek revenge and be deceived by things of the past. Though he was in a tight situation when he wrote these words, I feel like they are still valid nonetheless. I think what's most important for each person is not the past, but the present. Even though we must carry the burdens from the past, there are also things we wish to strive for. Therefore, knowing the truth behind what happened is enough for me. I will live on just as my great-grandfather had hoped. That being said, if the enemy from all those years ago is still lurking and plotting to stir up more trouble, then I definitely won't turn a blind eye. These are simply insights I've gathered from all that I've experienced. Thank you all for accompanying me in my search for the truth behind that incident.
Great! Now that we're done here, let's head back to Rito.
Herr Paimon, fühl mal den Raum, ey. Ja, Scaramouche. Guck mal, ob ich hier ein Bild finde. Scaramouche. Warum ich das denke, dass der das ist? Ganz einfach. Er hat diesen Schleier. Ich zeige. Ein Balladier. So. Der Stopp. Ach, im Moment kann ich auch hier. Das ist Enel. Nicht wundern. Das Bild will ich jetzt ändern. Der könnte passen, ne? Mit diesem Umhang an seinem Hut. Auch wenn man den Hut jetzt nicht gesehen hat, aber dieser Umhang war schon da. Hier sieht er natürlich etwas kontrastierter aus als in dem Video, aber ich glaube, er war das. Von den Füßen her wird es auch passen, glaube ich. Aber da habe ich jetzt nicht so drauf geachtet, müsste ich gleich nochmal zurückspulen. Ne? Einer der 11 Fatui-Chefs. Nummer 6, um genau zu sein. Und wir sind ihm schon mal begegnet. In Liyue. Naja, gut. Schauen wir mal, wie das weitergeht. Weil wenn wirklich wieder die Fatui dahinter stecken, dann sollten wir die vielleicht langsam mal ausrotten.
Today is the final stage of the Iridori Festival. Not only will there be Shincho's signing event, but Albedo's painting of Kuranushi will also be unveiled. Let's take a stroll through the festival venue. Maybe we'll find everyone there.
Hello, traveler. Paimon?
Albedo, why is the portrait of Kuranushi all covered up? Paimon wants to see what your Kuranushi portrait looks like.
Don't worry. The unveiling ceremony will be starting shortly. You'll see what it looks like then. I will say that I'm most satisfied with this particular work. I even made a special trip to see someone in order to complete it. They gave me some very valuable suggestions. Is that so? Anyway, there is still time before the ceremony. You may have a look around the venue first.
So, wir haben jetzt kurz mal die Genshin-Pedia-Page offen. Und hier steht auch, dass der originale Name von Scaramouche Kuniko-Tsushi ist. Wie ich gerade vermutet habe. Also habe ich wohl recht. Ich weiß jetzt nicht, ob das aus diesem Event ergangen ist. Offensichtlich wurde er auch schon mal von Raiden Shogun und Yae Miko erwähnt. Und der Name Kuniko-Tsushi bedeutet Zerstörer von Ländern. Kunikutsure. The collapse of a country and the destroyer. The act of destroying a country. Also quasi der Länderzerstörer. Wohl. Aus Mandarin natürlich. So, schauen wir mal. Venti.
Well, hello everyone.
Hey! What are you two doing together? Don't think we didn't see you two chatting up a storm just now. The moment we came over, you stopped talking.
Is that so? I'm afraid you're just overthinking things.
We were merely discussing wine and food. I'm sure you two wouldn't be interested.
Speaking of good sides with sake, I personally prefer fried tofu.
Forget it. Even if those two are plotting something, they'd still never let us know.
Das stimmt wohl. Die beiden zusammen, das kann nichts Gutes geben, ehrlich gesagt. Da stimme ich wohl zu. Diesen Zaun, das ist der unkletterbare Zaun.
Traveler, Paimon, it's a pleasure to see you. Indeed it did. Thanks to you, the signing event went off without a hitch. And I must say, the readers seem most satisfied.
Shinto, is that just Paimon, or are you on the lookout for something?
You aren't mistaken, though I'm ashamed to admit it. But in fact, I have been on the watch for tourists from Liyue. After all, I came to Inazuma under the pretext of evaluating a potential investment. If an acquaintance were to see me sitting here, then there would be no way to hide the truth from my father. Fortunately, the crowds of readers that came flocking over have kept the usual tourists at bay. Oh, I should mention, Shu is also unaware of the real purpose of my trip. If you happen to meet him, please, remember to keep it a secret. Then, please accept my thanks in advance. I'm sorry that I can't chat long. There are still readers waiting in line. I'll see you later at the unveiling ceremony for Kuronushi's portrait.
Don't miss the official stall of the Yae Publishing House. Check out our fairy tale picture books.
Können Geschwister sein.
Greetings, traveler. Paimon.
Oh, Ayato! We finally get to see the busiest person of all.
Yes, there were many things which required my attention these past few days. Fortunately, the Iridori Festival is proceeding smoothly. The Tri-Commission cooperated closely to prepare this festival, so at long last, I can take a break today.
Brother and I are very grateful for your help.
Toma sure is taking his sweet time.
Yes. Today is one of the rare occasions when Brother isn't busy. I was going to buy some books, but he said he wanted to come along. His treat. However, he forgot his wallet at home, so he asked Toma to go back and fetch it for him.
Paimon didn't think Ayato could ever be forgetful like that.
Brother always works diligently, and it's rare for him to ever put his duties to the side and relax. So, Toma and I really cherish such moments when he's forgetful.
Oh, wie süß. Scheiß Toma, gib Gas.
Kazuha, what are you doing here? Why aren't you at the festival?
I came here to take in the sea breeze. Such a bustling atmosphere is never really to my liking. I knew you were still worried about me. Thank you, but please, don't worry. The things I said in front of everyone weren't just pretty-sounding excuses. Look. See this familiar harbor in front of us? Before, you could sit here all day without seeing a single ship pass through. Instead, all you would see were soldiers from the Kanjo Commission, guarding against possible intruders. But now, it's become a bustling place. Not only are foreigners coming to Inazuma again, but traffic between here and Watatsumi Island has also been picking up.
Yeah, Inazuma has already started to change, huh?
I was thinking, in some ways, each and every one of us are similar to this country. It might take a different amount of time for different people, but there will inevitably come a day when each person can let go of their burdens. And when they finally let go, they are free to follow the wind as they please.
It's time for the portraits unveiling ceremony. Let's head over to the Five Kasen Plaza.
Fucking deep. Kadahara. Fucking deep. Okay.
Everyone, welcome to the magnificent Iridori Festival. Today, we have ushered in the final stage of our festival. And now we will reveal the final portrait of the Five Kasen, Kuronushi, which was done by none other than our guest artist from Mondstadt, Calx.
Paimon has no idea what Albedo's portrait looks like. Oh, this is so nerve-wracking.
Let's all count down together. 3, 2, 1. Huh? What's this? This piece depicts nothing but a background. I suppose Calx must have forgotten to include the character. Let's hear some words from Calx himself regarding the creative process behind this piece.
Hello, everyone. First, I would like to say that it was an honor to be invited to create the portraits of the Five Kasen. The Five Kasen are legendary figures from ancient Inazuma, famous for their works of poetry. As time passed, poems were composed about them, and they became the subjects of many stories. I learned from existing sources about those stories that the character of Kuronushi is the deepest and most differing of the Five Kasen. Moreover, Kuronushi lacks a dedicated chapter among the stories. It's as if he is a behind-the-scenes role of the Five Kasen. Perhaps we can assume that every creator had a different understanding of Kuronushi. So, in the same way, I also wanted to leave this character to everyone's own imagination. After all, the Iridori Festival is a place for everyone to express their minds through creative works.
Yep, that's Albedo for ya. His super logical explanation is sure to win everyone's approval. Well, it seems that our adventures at the Iridori Festival have come to a close. What are you talking about? Oh. Oh, right! We still haven't figured out who left those stories of the 5 Kasen for us to find. Really? Come on then, who is it? Tell Paimon! Well, that makes sense. Otherwise, there'd be no way to give the right paper to the right person every time. Right. Even though they were using stories to hint us toward Shincho's troubles, the real goal was to lead us to solve the secrets of the Kaedehara clan. Oh, Paimon gets it now. Well, at least Paimon thinks she knows. Let's go! We'll get to the bottom of this.
Venti?
Make sure you get in line early to buy your special edition drinks.
Almighty Shogun. Oh, are you asking about the one who left the stories of the 5 Kasen? I do happen to know their true identity. But things may be a little more complicated than you think.
The person who left behind the stories of the 5 Kasen probably chose to do so for Kaedehara's sake. After all, if they wanted to simply tell me what happened, there'd be far easier ways of doing it.
Vielleicht Sarah. Gujo Sarah. Vielleicht. Weil die, ne, als Entschuldigung oder so. Keine Ahnung.
The one who left the stories of the 5 Kasen. I'm afraid you guessed wrong, Paimon. It wasn't me.
Ich will auch nur gucken, was ihr zu sagen habt. Ich habe nicht gedacht, dass du...
Oh, Paimon thought for sure you'd be the sneaky and tricky one.
But seeing as you stumbled upon me, you aren't far from finding that person now. Because other than me, there's only one person left.
Yes, in fact, before doing the portrait of Kuronushi, I visited the person who left those stories and confirmed a few things. I think my current approach to this portrait is the most correct one. After all, there are some things that are better left obscure and out of the public eye.
Okay, alle wissen schon Bescheid, nur ich nicht, oder was? Oh.
Ayato! You're the one behind the stories of the 5 Kasen! But don't you think you overdid it a little? Leading all your friends on a wild hunt like that?
As it just so happens, one of the reasons I'm here today is to explain the details behind this wild hunt.
Huh. Paimon wants to see how you'll explain yourself out of this one.
First of all, the start of this whole incident was due to mere happenstance. You see, Lady Yai happened to catch sight of Shincho and the editor carrying the books away one night. She thought it was interesting, so she asked me to tease them a bit.
Huh? So it was Miko after all! Paimon knew it! This thing had Miko written all over it!
That's right. But using the story of the 5 Kasen to guide you to the Kaedehara family's secrets was my personal touch. As for my roundabout approach, well, that was something which I had no choice but to do. Yes. Due to a certain incident that occurred earlier, I happened to notice the bonsai plants left behind by Kaedehara Yoshinori, as well as the blank papers hidden inside. I knew there was more than meets the eye regarding those papers, but it took me some time to figure out the secret behind the ink, the kind that would only appear when exposed to water. What Kaedehara Yoshinori said in the letter is very important for both the Kamisato clan and the descendants of the Kaedehara clan, especially Kazuha. The Kaedehara clan used to be subordinates of the Kamisato clan. It was my ancestors who were unable to protect them all those years ago. So now, this obligation fell on my shoulders. Although he has the right to know the truth, the closer he draws to things hidden out of sight, the closer he also draws to danger. I had to confirm whether Kazuha has both the will and ability to be privy to the truth. Of course, I could outright tell him the truth that I had discovered, but maybe he doesn't have the will that's required. In that case, the truth would only become a burden to him. If he lacks the ability, then he wouldn't be able to find the truth in the first place. In which case, it would be better to keep him away from danger altogether. Kaedehara Yoshinori left his message in a roundabout way precisely for this reason. For a long time, I yearned for a suitable opportunity to convey this matter, right up until the night when a legend of sword was smuggled away.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. Yeah, it wasn't only Kazuha. You brought all of the rest of us into this plan of yours.
I figured you would ask this question eventually. I merely saw that this matter would be of value to you. And more importantly, I hoped that while Kazuha and Ayaka were looking for the answers together, they would have some reliable friends by their side. Reliable friends who would be willing to protect them and make measured decisions. Friends who would spare no effort to lend a helping hand in times of trouble. Because it is also very likely that you will face the same enemy together in the future. You already know the answer deep down inside, don't you? The answer is actually hidden in the portrait of Kuronushi. When there is no one else near the portrait, you can confirm with your own eyes. As for the means of revealing that answer, well, you have used it many times before.
Elementarblick, oder was? Warte, bis es Nacht. Okay, ich lese mir gerade nebenbei noch die Wikipedia-Page für die 11 Harbingers of the Fatui durch. Sind schon ziemlich viele bekannt, auch aus dem Manga. Das wusste ich zum Beispiel gar nicht. Il Dottore zum Beispiel. Man weiß nur nicht, welche Nummer sie haben. Also man weiß, Nummer 1 ist Piero, Nummer 5 ist Puccinella. Das ist die Chefin der Fatui, glaube ich. Von Snesnaya, meine ich. Nicht von der Fatui. Scaramouche ist Nummer 6, ja. La Signora ist Nummer 8. Tagliatelle, also Tartaglia ist Nummer 11, also der letzte. Child. Und dann haben wir noch Capitano, Pantalone, Sandrone, Alecchino und einer ist noch nicht bekannt. Also man kennt 10, von 5 weiß man die Nummer nicht und einen kennt man noch nicht. Absent. So, und tot ist davon nur einer, La Signora. Signora ist tot. Die hat auch einen richtigen Namen. Wie ist noch Eleonora oder sowas? Steht da immer, genau, Rosalind Krukska-Lohe-Falter. Krukska-Lohe-Falter. So, das sieht man, wenn man gegen sie kämpft. Steht oben in der Bossnamenleiste. Rosalind Krukska-Lohe-Falter. Lohe-Falter ist ein deutsches Wort, aber es wird hier trotzdem benutzt. Okay. Nacht. So, was haben wir hier? 0 Uhr.
Pretty late, so nobody else is around now. So Ayato must have been telling us to splash water on the portrait, right?
Belvedere. Ja, das ist sein.
He was the one behind the trouble all those years ago.
When there is no one else near the portrait, you can confirm with your own eyes. As for the means of revealing that answer, well, you have used it many times before. Also, there's one last thing that we must discuss. I mentioned earlier that the occurrence of a certain incident made me notice the bonsai plants. I wish to tell you of that incident now. It was just after the Shogun announced the abolition of the Sakoku decree. I heard that something had happened at the Tenryou Commission. They had discovered signs that someone had entered the warehouse storing the Commission's articles of evidence and confiscated items. But nothing was stolen. I felt something unusual about that incident, so I told Kujo-Sara of the Tenryou Commission to treat it as if nothing happened. She was not to increase the guard or relocate the warehouse contents. In the meantime, I sent a member of the Shumatsuban to keep watch over the warehouse. And sure enough, someone was sneaking in and rummaging through the belongings of the Kaedahara clan.
You mean he was also looking for...
I let him search for a while, but in the end, he found nothing. Soon after, he had to leave Inazuma by boat.
Why didn't you send someone to catch him?
The best way to protect a secret is to treat it as if it doesn't exist, is it not? Besides, the identity of this person is not hard to guess. After he left Inazuma, I carefully checked the Kaedahara clan's belongings one by one, and eventually discovered the papers in the hidden compartment of the flower pot. I am certain that the papers are the secret which the infiltrator sought to find, though he couldn't confirm whether this secret existed at all. So, now on to my final question. Which part of Kaedahara Yoshinori's experiences was the secret that needed to be protected? I don't have an answer to this question at present, so I'll leave it to your future self. As for now, please, enjoy yourselves at the Iridori Festival.
Schwarz gefärbte Palast. So. Scaramouche. Ja, gut. Jetzt sieht man auch, dass es ein Bild ist. Aber auf meiner Wand ist der nicht drauf. Hallo. So, ja, wir haben aber noch die Anekdote zu machen. Ah, da war die Wand. Ich will die Wand sehen. Scaramouche da drauf oder nicht? Wie sehe ich denn das jetzt? Fuck. Darf ich mich hier durchwühlen oder was? Da. Da ist er nicht drauf. Frech. Na gut. Legende der Kasen. So. Brieffreunde, Buchbesprechung und der Super-Glücks-General. Okay. Nächsten Morgen 8 Uhr. Vermutlich muss ich jetzt wieder den ganzen Tag warten, aber probier's mal. Diese Komponente verstehe ich in diesem Spiel nicht, ne? No.
Most humans could have the entirety of their fleeting lives chronicled in but a few short lines. Their stories really make...
Muss einmal ganz rum.
Terribly.
Hate it. Piero, the Fool. Ein trauriger Clown.
Reading.
You know, according to the arrival schedule, there should be one last ship arriving in Rito today. But
Schauen wir
the
mal.
Iridori Festival is coming to an end. Who would be showing up now? Oh, it's almost time. Let's go to the harbor and take a look.
Ach, guck an.
Traveler Paimon, nice to see you again. Wow! It's Kokumi and Goro! So the Divine Priestess and the General of Watatsumi Island have come to take part in the Iridori Festival. Yes, but we are not here representing Watatsumi Island's administration. We were invited as individuals. Things are quiet in Watatsumi Island at the moment, and I wanted to buy some books. So I decided to make the trip here. Goro was not greatly interested in the Irodori Festival, but he said if I was going to Rito, he would join me.
Her Excellency is traveling outside of Watatsumi Island and also meeting her pen pal today. As her general, it is my duty to ensure her safety at every turn.
Pen pal? Yes, we started corresponding just recently. My pen pal and I share very similar tastes in light novels, and we always have a lot of interesting thoughts to share. Of course, there are also times when we fiercely disagree. Since we were both coming to the Irodori Festival this time, we decided to take the opportunity to hold a book review session and discuss our views on various novels in more depth. Sounds pretty professional. Hey, since you both like novels, why don't you try writing one together? Who knows, maybe you'll shake things up on the Inazuman literary scene. That's a very interesting idea. It's almost time. Goro and I must go to meet my pen pal at the agreed-upon location. Kokumi, Paimon's super curious about this pen pal of yours. Can Paimon come with you? Don't worry, Paimon will just watch from a distance and won't interrupt anything. Let me think. Yes, I think it should be fine for you two to come with me. Alright, let's go together.
Die Stimme von Kokumi hat irgendwas Interessantes. Ich weiß nicht. Ja. Das ist irgendwo... Es hört sich nicht an wie ein Kind, aber es hört sich auch nicht an wie ein Erwachsener irgendwie. Ganz merkwürdig.
This is the meeting spot.
There's no one else around. It looks like we're early.
My. Who have we here?
Natürlich Miko, wer sonst?
Miko? Oh no, Paimon hadn't counted on running into Miko. She and Kokumi are on different sides, and they also believe in different gods. Or are they gonna end up having a fight? Lady Guji of the Grand Narukami Shrine. No wonder. I was just wondering where that air of superiority was coming from.
If it isn't the leader of Watatsumi Island, who looks as soft as a jellyfish, but whose words sting like one too.
Uh-oh, this is getting out of control fast! Hello. Nice to meet you, fried tofu with all the frills.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine, soul of the deep.
Hey, what's going on here? Miko is Kokomi's pen pal? No, it can't be. Look at them. Clearly they already knew each other. Does that mean...
Gott, Paimon hat so eine lange Leitung, ey. Manchmal richtig nervig.
Whatever are you talking about? I don't understand. I'm simply here for the book review session with Miss Soul of the Deep. Let's go. The venue for this meeting is in the Kanjo Commission headquarters up there. The view is excellent, making it a perfect place to drink tea and discuss creative ideas.
Who holds a book review in the Kanjo Commission? You seriously expect anyone to believe that? You're not here to talk about shaking up the Inazuma literary scene. You're here to talk about shaking up things in Inazuma as a whole.
Watatsumi Island will soon hold formal talks with the shogunate on Inazuma's future development. It's essential to have an informal meeting like this one before the formal talks begin.
Right, especially with someone outside of the shogunate like myself, who is in a good position to test out where each party draws the lines. But this is just our first meeting. It's a little too early to announce it to the general public.
Huh. Okay then.
By the way, where is your general? Didn't you say he would be joining you?
Huh. That's right. Where did Goro go?
Goro went to buy some books for me. He won't be attending the book review.
Oh, what a pity. I was rather looking forward to seeing his fluffy ears again.
Traveler, I'd like to talk to you for a moment. I have been getting the sense that Goro does not like having to deal with Gujiai. So I was initially reluctant to bring him to Rito with me this time. I noticed he instinctively hid as soon as he saw her just now. However, Goro has a strong sense of responsibility and will feel ashamed when he next sees me. So, I would like to give him the task of buying some books for me to make things easier for him. But Goro rarely buys anything. So, as a favor from me, I'd like to ask you to accompany him.
Kokomi, you focus on the meeting with Miko. Leave the books to us and Goro.
Thank you. I made a list of the books I'd like to buy. Please, pass it on to Goro.
Goro? Are you alright?
Oh, it's you. I wasn't expecting you-know-who to show up. It completely caught me by surprise. I had no idea what to say to her. Next thing I knew, I'd apparently already taken cover. I came here to ensure the safety of Her Excellency, but now I'm useless. I've become a burden instead.
Goro, don't be so hard on yourself. Actually, Kokomi asked us to give you a very important task.
Oh, Her Excellency's purchase list. Got it. This is how Her Excellency wants me to make up for my mistakes. No problem. Just leave it to me.
Goro, let us come with you. We can show you around the Iridori Festival while we're at it.
Oh, thank you so much.
Der Goro. Viel zu empfindlich für den General.
There is a children's storybook on this list called Night at Mount Yogo. I think this is the stand where it's being sold.
A children's storybook?
Yes, it's for the children of Watatsumi Island. Her Excellency says that this book is simply written and very useful for learning new words. Hello, I'll take 5 copies of Night at Mount Yogo, please.
Thank you for your patronage. Wow, you're a lucky customer. There's a coupon in one of the books you just bought, which entitles you to a free gift.
Wow! Goro got a free gift! That's amazing!
Here you go. A toy box. It's all yours.
What? A toy fox?
Are you okay? The hair on your tail is standing on end.
Fine. Thanks for the gift. Could you maybe, look after the toy for me? Yes. As a thank you gift for coming with me to buy the books.
Seems like Goro still hasn't recovered from seeing Nico.
Okay, next up, this isn't the focus of this trip, but let's go buy a light novel. It says on the list that Her Excellency had an editor called Onodera purchase the latest issue of A Legend of Sword for her in advance. Well, we'd better not keep him waiting too long.
Oh, we know him! We'll lead the way!
Please, get in line over here.
Die automatische Text weiter Dings ist ganz schön scheiße. Ewig Pausen zwischen.
Excuse me, are you Mr. Onodera? I'm here to pick up the new issue of A Legend of Sword for Soul of the Deep.
Hello there. Yes, I have the book right here. I heard Soul of the Deep is the VIP of the Iridori Festival, but couldn't make it here in time for the signing event due to the shipping schedule.
Oh, also, if you have these books available, please give me one of each. Thank you.
All right, let me see. Oh my goodness, it's your lucky day today, sir. You are the 100th reader to buy the Saga of Hamavaran. That entitles you to receive a special edition version with a review personally written by Lady Yae herself.
Are you serious?
Are you okay? You don't look very well.
I'm fine. Thank you for the books. Her Soul of the Deep asked me to buy this book after all. I'm sure she'll be very happy to receive a special version with the chief editor's review.
Goro does not look like he's enjoying this at all. Paimon doesn't know if he's lucky or unlucky.
Oh, one other thing. Because of the amount of your purchase, you're able to enter the Yae Publishing House's lucky draw. Please come with me, right this way.
Please be mindful of your personal safety at all times.
Sir, please take your lucky draw whenever you are ready.
Just turn the handle and a prize ball will come out. Maybe today's your lucky day.
Come on, Goro, go for it!
let me see. Oh, wow. Incredible! You got the golden ball! That's the grand prize!
Goro! You're a
Yay.
lucky dog today! So what is the grand prize anyway?
The grand prize is a full collection of each light novel published by Yae Publishing House. Not only is the prize awarded personally by Lady Yae, but you will also have the chance to shake hands and take a photo with her to commemorate the occasion.
What? Not only do I have to meet her, but I have to shake her hand and take a photo with her too?
What? This guy won the Yae Publishing House's grand prize? Wow, that's so lucky!
An entire set of all their light novels. That's worth a lot of money.
Excuse me, ma'am. Could we discuss this? I don't actually want the light novels.
Huh? You mean you want to give up the prize?
Goro, don't give up your prize. If you don't want to see Miko, that's fine. We'll figure something out.
No, that's not what I meant. I'm not giving up the prize, and I can cope with the ceremony and the picture taking. But I have a request. I would like to ask Yae Publishing House to change the prize from light novels to books on agricultural science of equivalent value.
Agricultural science?
Yes. The land in Watatsumi Island is quite barren and always yields a poor grain harvest. We've been looking for new ways to improve the residents' lives. One of her Soul of the Deep's core objectives for the Iridori Festival was to purchase some works on crop cultivation and aquaculture. If I can get these books as my prize instead, we can save a lot of money, and Soul of the Deep can buy some other useful resources too.
I see. I understand your request, but I don't have the authority to grant it. Lady Yae will have to have the final say. I will contact Lady Yae now. Please wait for our reply at the 5 Kasen Plaza. Depending on the situation, Lady Yae might need to negotiate this matter with you further in person.
Okay, understood.
Was geht hier ab?
Brave of you. You clearly don't like having to deal with Miko, but you still agreed to the ceremony and even made your own demands.
You think so? I guess I got a burst of courage when I thought about Her Excellency's orders and the people of Watatsumi Island. I am the General of Watatsumi Island's armed forces. How can I let something like this defeat me? I'm ready now. I feel like I'm back on the battlefield. Even if Yae Miko does come to negotiate with me, I won't let myself be pressured by her.
You still look pretty nervous though, Goro.
Well, probably because I just realized she might make a cunning counter request just to toy with me.
Sorry for keeping you all waiting.
How did it go? What did Guji Yae say?
Lady Yae has agreed to your request to swap the light novels for books on agricultural science.
That's great!
Additionally, Lady Yae says that she will include a few extra works, considering your intended use for those books. You may accompany me to Yae Publishing House's warehouse to select your preferred books. I believe your return ship leaves tomorrow night. We will package the selected books and take them directly onto the ship for you.
You'll package the books? Then, what about the ceremony?
Lady Yae said selecting the books may take up a lot of your time and energy. To ensure you have fond memories of the Iridori Festival, she decided to cancel the ceremony. Although, she did leave you a letter. You can read it on your own time.
I didn't think Yae Miko would cancel the ceremony. Huh. I was so convinced that she would try and make a fool out of me. Now it seems like I was overly suspicious of her. Anyway, I'll go with the editor to pick the books now. I won't trouble you guys anymore. Great! See you tomorrow night!
Welcome home, almighty Shogun.
Traveling to other worlds is all that anyone seems to be writing about these days. Goodness knows what they find so disappointing about the...
Wie viel muss das? 18. Am selben Tag? Ja, muss wohl auch wieder am nächsten Tag sein. So.
Kokomi and Goro will be boarding their boat home soon. Let's go down to the harbor and see them off.
Traveler, Paimon, thank you for coming to see us off. Very worthwhile. The book review session was a big success, and I feel very positive about the forthcoming talks. Goro also made a great contribution. He procured a whole batch of useful books for Watatsumi Island.
I may have won the prize, but ultimately, it was Yae Miko who gave us all these books for free. If I have the chance in the future, I must thank her properly.
Speaking of, didn't Yae Miko send you a letter yesterday? What did it say?
Oh, I almost forgot. I'll read it now.
Dear Goro, I suppose you must have been extremely nervous when you heard about the prospect of the award ceremony and the photo. It came as a surprise indeed to learn that not only did you accept those conditions, you also made your own demands. Your courage has won my respect. Those books are a token of my goodwill to Watatsumi Island, and also my gift to you. I do hope you like them. Ah, yes, I'm sure that by this point you must be feeling ever so grateful for my kindness, and are looking for a way to repay me, yes? Well, here's your chance. Yae Publishing House will host an event next month, and we are looking for someone to dress up as a character from a light novel and interact with the fans. Goro, you are not only patient, but also very beautiful. Why don't you come and help us? I'll prepare a tailor-made outfit just for you. Oh, and by the way, it'll be a woman's outfit.
I knew it! I knew she was up to something!
Fällt gerade auf, die sind beide Füchse? Also ja, Miko ist ja eine Kitsune, also ein Fuchs. Auch wenn man bei ihr keinen Schweif sieht. Aber Goro ist ja... ist ein Fuchs, oder? Ich glaube schon. Passen doch eigentlich ganz gut zusammen. So, oh, ich bin jetzt fertig, wa? Oder gab's gar nichts mehr hinterher? Naja, aber er schreibt ja immer noch diese Leserbriefe. Wahrscheinlich muss er da als diese Figur agieren, als die er die Leserbriefe beantwortet. Ist auch sehr witzig. Wie auch immer so heißt, habe ich schon wieder vergessen. So. Jetzt haben wir die Anekdoten soweit durch. Dann fehlt eigentlich nur noch hier die Herausforderung. So. Da kann man zum Glück hin teleportieren. So. Und Nummer 3 herausfordern, wenn ich ihn finde. Da. Wer bist du? Ich bin Shen. Ich habe lange gewartet. Ich werde zuschlagen und triumphieren. Blonder Junge. Kein Gegner. Nach diesem Kampf triumphiere morgen. Kein Mann von vielen Worten, finde ich gut. Auf den Sack, zack, zack. Ich glaube, ich kriege das hin. Hübsche Maske. Sterne.
Let me try my
Okay. Ich kann seinen Konter kontern. Das muss ich, glaube ich, auch. Also wenn ich in seinen Konter angreife, also er pariert und ich greife ihn trotzdem an, dann weiß ich, dass er einen harten Hit macht und dann kann ich seinen harten Hit wieder kontern. Das ist, glaube ich, hier die Lösung des Rätsels, auch wenn ich es jetzt einfach mehr oder weniger instinktiv gemacht habe, weil ich Schaden machen wollte. Geht's hier so. Einfach draufkloppen und wenn er dann kontert, dann einfach zurückkontern. Oh, da war zu spät. Oh. Oh, der macht mich kaputt. Eins, zwei, drei. Oh Mann, ey. Den verpasse ich immer. Nein. Also diese komischen Angriffe kann ich nicht blocken. Oh, er hat mir gut gegeben, ey. Muss ich schon zugeben. Da habe ich auch nicht unter 75 Sekunden geschafft. Aber brauche ich, glaube ich, in der letzten Herausforderung auch nicht, oder? Da muss ich nicht unter 75 schaffen. Nö. Okay. Gönnen wir uns die leckeren Urgesteine. Blumen hoch. Okay, los geht's. Auf zum Blumenhof.
Most humans could have the entirety of their fleeting lives chronicled in but a few short lines.
So, Blumen. Okay. So, ich gucke jetzt mal. Ich mache jetzt mal hier so einen kleinen Snippet-Screenshot. Und dann... So, okay, was haben wir denn da? Das ist klein. Vorne Mitte ist eine mittlere. Ah. Okay, warte mal. So. So. Vorne links ist... Ich glaube, das soll die sein, oder? Nee. Ich habe aber keine andere. Doch die. Die in klein. Vorne in der Mitte. Die in Mittel. Vorne rechts. Die in klein. So, hinten links ist die in Mittel. Hinten in der Mitte ist die in groß. Ja, und hinten rechts ist die in Mittel oder groß. Gibt's doch nicht. Das ist unmöglich. Das ist unmöglich. Ohne Scheiß. Ich habe selbst das Bild hier nebenbei noch offen. Ich habe alles quasi genauso gemacht. Ah, ist das ein blöder Scheiß. Das ist unmöglich. Das kann mir keiner erzählen, dass das geht. Ich hatte den Hintergrund nicht gewählt, hä? Okay, hätte trotzdem nichts gebracht. Gut. Alles klar. So. Basis Smaragdwiese. Hintergrund. Blätter der warmen Brise habe ich. Okay. Vorne links. Kleines Versprechen des blauen Himmels. Habe ich sogar. Guck mal. Vorne in der Mitte. Mittelgroße Kontur der Euphonie. Habe ich. Guck mal. Vorne rechts, kleines Versprechen des blauen Himmels. Habe ich. Hauptblume. Hinten links. Mittelgroßer Schatten der Abenddämmerung. Habe ich. Guck mal. Habe ich. Was war denn dann falsch? Hinten in der Mitte große Kontur der Euphonie. Auch das. Hinten rechts ein mittelgroßes Versprechen. Oh, und da habe ich ein großes genommen. Und das war der einzige Fehler? Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Ich bin Matt. Morgen versuche ich es mal ohne zu gucken. Gucken, ob es geht. So. Okay. Dann haben wir jetzt quasi bis auf die letzten beiden hiervon das Event abgeschlossen. Das Einzige, was ich jetzt noch machen kann, ist einen perfekten Sieg beim Theater. Da ich ja ein absoluter Profi im Theater Mechanicus, wenn wir beim letzten Mal gesehen habt, wie ich es einfach überhaupt nicht hinbekommen habe, versuche ich das jetzt mal hier. Weil den ersten habe ich nämlich noch nicht, da wusste ich noch nicht, dass es perfekte Siege gibt. So. Mit meinem Wissen, was wir jetzt wissen, wissen wir, dass wir nichts wissen. Wissen. So, was ist das? Ach, die Map ist das, okay. So, okay. Ich habe actually keinen Plan, wie das gehen soll. Ist eigentlich ganz cool, das will ich eigentlich mitnehmen. Aber dafür brauche ich 60. Das brauche ich nicht. Das brauche ich auch nicht. Was hatten die sonst? Wäre vielleicht eine gute. Gut zu wissen. Reichweite erhöhen. Was ist das? Hat erhöht damit die Wirksamkeit der Basisangriffe dieser Feuchten gegenüber Geokraft. Keine Ahnung, was das soll. So. Zurückstoßen ist gut. Probieren wir mal. Nur viel davon bauen. Ärgerlich. Genau, und hier funktionierte der aus irgendwelchen Gründen nicht vernünftig, ne? Dann bin ich mal gespannt, ob das was gibt hier. Befürchte nicht. Ja, unten scheint eigentlich safe zu sein, aber... Oh, lauf ruhig davor. Bon. Soweit, so gut. Ich meine, das ist noch der einfache Modus. Ich hoffe mal nicht, dass der so schwer ist. Ich glaube, ich habe den eh nur einmal probiert, aber...
Schedule.
Es sind noch echt viele Gegner. Da kommt ein Fetter. Den lasse ich jetzt runterfallen. Muss ich vermutlich nicht mal, aber... Okay. Ja, die kommen klar. Soweit so gut. Wirkt zumindest so, als passt das alles. Mein Gott, der läuft auch echt schnell. Okay, das haben wir. Gut. Viel runterschubsen war am Start. Ich merke gerade, dass die Zurückstoßtürme oben sind, glaube ich, bringen, glaube ich, nichts. Weil die Fetten können sie nicht zurückstoßen, weil die einfach durchrennen. Und unten kommen, glaube ich, keine. Ich bin mir nicht sicher. Dann kann ich auf jeden Fall wesentlich weniger Türme bauen. So, wenn ich das also so versuche, wie gerade, wird das unten funktionieren? Und passt das vom Timing her? Das brauche ich, glaube ich, auch nicht. Tatsächlich, dafür habe ich dann wieder das. Achso, ich kann ja jetzt viel mehr skillen. Habe ich schon wieder vergessen. Höchstmenge erhöht. Das brauche ich, glaube ich, nicht. Kann ich noch was anderes für reinnehmen. Aber was ist die Frage? Vorsicht ziehen. Staubfeger. Dadurch den Angriff. Ich habe nur 10 Points, also kann ich damit sowieso nicht so viel anfangen. Zwölf Sekunden. Ich glaube, hier brauche ich das tatsächlich. So, mal gucken. Ich kann es ja normal so versuchen, wie ich es jetzt gerade versucht habe. Wir lassen die stehen, die stehen. Und ich kann nur 4 bauen. Eieieiei. Okay. Muss ja direkt schlau sein. Ich baue erstmal die Verteidigung hier unten auf, weil alles andere ist, glaube ich, Quatsch. Und oben lasse ich dann runterplumpsen. Muss ich ja. Ich habe ja keine Points. Ich habe nur 15. Na. Gute Frage. Haha. Na kommt. Lass sie durchlaufen. Okay, das ist blöd jetzt.
Terra Smash!
Ich hoffe, da kommt nichts durch. Sieht aber gut aus. Ich lasse den durchlaufen. Dann kann ich den hier hinten runterschmeißen. Nein, warum bauen? Oh, was soll das denn? Oh, Mann. Ach, nur weil er den Schalter nicht gedrückt hat. Ach, so eine Scheiße. Ach, das ist doch dumm. Warum kommen die da unten durch, ist jetzt die Frage. Ach, Mann, ey. Also. Das hat alles wunderbar gepasst. Verstehe ich nicht. Das brauche ich. Das brauche ich noch. Das ist, glaube ich, Quatsch. Aber das hier brauche ich noch. Jetzt ist die Frage. Weiter entfernte Gegner angreifen ist, glaube ich, gut. Den mache ich weg. Mach den dafür rein. So. Weil den Schubser hier oben brauche ich nicht. Den brauche ich einfach nicht. Der hier. Der ist einfach Bullshit. Der macht einfach nichts. So. Blitz, Blitz, Feuer, Feuer. Die haben ja genug Range eigentlich. Aber ich kann nur einen Feuer bauen. Ach, das ist das mit den... Okay. Jetzt verstehe ich, was das Ding macht. Okay. Ich kann trotzdem 14 bauen. Ich habe noch 100. Ja, das ist eine gute Frage, ob ich hier oben komplett ohne klarkomme. Finden wir es raus. Den hätte ich vielleicht stehen lassen sollen. Ich habe immer noch keinen Turm zusammen. Ärgerlich. Da ist doch gerade einer runtergefallen jetzt. Oh, da hinten ist auch einer runtergefallen, Leute. Fuck. Was geht hier ab? Kollegen. Da sind gar keine Spots mehr, wo ich noch was bauen kann. Oh fuck. Oh, den habe ich ganz vergessen. Oh fuck. Schwein gehabt. Den habe ich ganz vergessen, ey. Schau ich nicht mehr. Scheiße. Ich habe ihn reingekickt. Okay, ich sehe... War das jetzt nur einer, den ich durchgelassen habe? Der eine? Das wäre natürlich sehr ärgerlich. Aber ich habe halt auch einfach 1000 Windmaschinen hier, die nichts bringen. Ich glaube, es war wirklich nur der eine. Oh ja. Oh, bitter. Bitter, 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 bitter. Hm. 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 Das hätte geklappt, denke ich. Aber am Ende die Blitzdinger sind zu kacke. Ist die Frage, was ich dagegen mache. Wieso auch immer ich so viele Wind bauen kann, aber... Also oben ohne geht klar, aber dann muss ich mir die richtigen Momente raussuchen, um nachzubauen. Oben ohne geht klar, ja. Das hier brauche ich halt noch irgendwie. Passt auch nur 10. Ich glaube, das geht weg. Wenn das weg ist, ist das okay. Das ist fucking nützlich. Tatsächlich. Dass er die wegstößt. Ich lasse es mal so. Ey, guck mal. Die Brücke jetzt 3 Sekunden mehr braucht. Scheißegal. Ich muss die eh alternierend benutzen. Und wenn ich erst die hintere benutze, dann sollte es eigentlich passen. So. Mehr habe ich hier nicht, oder? Hier ist nicht noch irgendwo ein Fleck, nein. Für jetzt kann ich sie ja erstmal stehen lassen. Bringt mir ja jetzt nichts, die jetzt abzubauen. Oder? Naja, dann kriege ich nur 40 wieder. Das heißt, aber dann töten die hier die... Okay, wenn ich die beiden abbaue, kann ich noch einen unten hinbauen. Mach mal ein Feuer. Weil der von dieser Position aus müsste der an jeden Ort kommen. Ja. Und jetzt wird es halt wieder spannend. So. Na gut, ich war ein Gegner weg. Lass mal nicht überdramatisieren hier.
Terra Smash!
Ne, das ist jetzt der Preis, den ich zahlen muss. Oh, die brauchen ja aber viel länger. Uiuiuiui, okay. Fehlen noch 5. Scharfschnitt. Jetzt blitze ich auch noch. Scheiße. Komm nicht. Das wird jetzt spannend. Das hört jetzt eigentlich nicht mehr auf. Ich muss jetzt gucken, ob das passt, wenn ich das so mache. Nee, geht nicht. Fuck. Oh.
Terra Smash.
Problem.
Ja.
Mein Gott. Gibt keine Verschnaufpause jetzt, ey. Hilfe. Hilfe. Ja.
Terra Smash.
Okay. Schön. Na, das passt ja hin. Kurz ja, okay. Ich habe mich entschieden. So, dann mache ich jetzt das mit dem Zurückstoßen ist gut, das behalte ich auch. Ich brauche noch 20 Points, um die beiden zu skillen. Also irgendwas muss weg. Machen wir es so. So, weil ich brauche mehr Vorrichtungspunkte, sonst komme ich da überhaupt nicht klar. So, weil sonst kriege ich meine Türme einfach nicht vollgebaut. Das lübt nicht. Und das mit der kurzen Brücke, das funktioniert auch nicht, wenn die nicht ist. Alles Kacke. Ich werde jetzt mal was Gewagtes machen. So. Ich glaube, den hier fand ich in Ordnung. Aber wenn ich die hinten voll bauen will, was ich ja muss, ich habe ja jetzt noch 6 Stück, die ich bauen kann. Das sind der und der da hinten. Ja. Dann habe ich alle Plätze hier quasi belegt hier unten. Und dann muss ich nur überlegen, wie ich es mache. Vermutlich mache ich hier noch einen Wind, damit die da hinten rüberschubsen können. Und dann da vorne 3-mal Elektro, wenn das passt. Jetzt 2-mal habe ich noch. Okay, dann mache ich hier noch ein Feuer hin. Feuer, Elektro, Elektro. Okay. Ne, der Feuer kommt ja hier hin. Eieieiei. Ja doch, passt aber. Ja, okay. Das mit der kurzen Brücke, das geht sonst gar nicht klar. Okay. Komm halt durch. Ist in Ordnung. Warum gibt es hier eigentlich keinen Wind da in der Mitte, dass man wieder hochkommt? Das wäre mal sinnig. Eieiei. Ach, ist auch egal. Ich kann euch ja durchlaufen lassen. Ich habe ja hier noch einen. Noch einbauen können. Jetzt passt es auch so ein bisschen. Ja, ich habe die gesehen. Wirklich. Oh, stirb, Kartoffel. Oh, jetzt kann ich noch einbauen. Ich weiß aber nicht, wohin. Keine Ahnung. Ich hoffe jetzt einfach mal, dass es passt. Hier könnte man noch ein Feuer bauen dann. Okay. Komm, Putti, Putti, Putti. Hey, hey, warum? Och Mann! Warum kommt die denn jetzt nicht wieder? Ach, jetzt pick dich ohne Witz! Das war doch voll ähnlich. Oh, was soll das denn? Oh Mann, aber das ist eine unfaire Scheiße. Ey, ohne Witz, was soll das denn? Jetzt komme ich über die Brücke nicht drüber, weil die Scheiße nicht wiederkommt. Ach, ist doch scheiße, ey, jetzt mal ohne, das ist mal ohne Scheiße. Das war perfekt hier. Hat alles funktioniert. Kann mich vor Dingspunkten kaum retten. Ey. Das war ohne Witz. Das war jetzt ganz schön... Das war jetzt ganz schön unfair. Also das hätte locker gepasst jetzt. Nur weil die scheiß Brücke nicht wiederkommt und ich nicht drüber laufen kann. Toll. Herzlichen Glückwunsch, ey. Was ein Scheiß. Was soll das denn? Oh Mann, ey. Kotzt mich ein bisschen doll an jetzt. Weil das war eigentlich ein safes Ding. Keine Ahnung, was das jetzt soll. Den lasse ich jetzt hier stehen. Da oder lieber hier? Gute Frage. Vielleicht doch lieber hier. Aber erstmal brauche ich da unten. Sehr, sehr ärgerlich. Also, keine Ahnung. Das finde ich echt Bullshit. Bitte töte ihn nicht. Und jetzt komme ich da nicht mehr rüber, oder was? Bis die Scheiße wieder auftaucht. Bullshit. Scheiße, jetzt sind die nicht mehr. Sind die nicht mehr im Sync. Hör auf, die zu töten. Ist das dein Ernst jetzt? Meine Fresse, ey. Ich hab immer noch... Mir fehlt immer noch einer, da. Bist du bitte wieder bereit? Ja, danke. So, ich habe jetzt 14 Vorrichtungen. Mehr geht jetzt nicht. Das ist das Problem. Komm da ja jetzt nicht rüber. geht jetzt komischerweise. Wie mache ich das denn jetzt am besten? Oh Mann, ey. Bin ein bisschen überfragt. Eins, zwei, komm. Oh, so geht's, okay. Jetzt kommt die nächste Echse. Komm. Okay, komm wieder. Danke. Das gibt's nicht. Ah, jedes Mal. Mann, ey. Komm. Diesmal hat es wenigstens gepasst. Heilige Scheiße, ey. Ich hoffe, jetzt ist hier keiner durchgelaufen. Wir haben überhaupt nicht aufgepasst. 5 Gegner, ja. Die sind da auf dem Feld. Mein Gott, ey. Mit der Brückensteuerung, das ist echt Arsch. Es ist einer durchgelaufen. Wo? Wann? Ich hab so aufgepasst, ey. Einer, der 110 wert ist. Hä? Also jetzt bin ich echt ein bisschen überfordert gerade. Warum tryhard ich die Scheiße eigentlich? Ich habe keine Ahnung. Freunde der Nacht, ich weiß es nicht. Einer, der 110 wert ist. Die Geodrachen-Echse ist nicht durchgelaufen. Ruinenwächter ist nicht durchgelaufen. Ah, bestimmt so einer dann. Muss es ein Abgrundmagier gewesen sein, der mir durchgeflutscht ist. So eine Scheiße. Ja gut, aber es war auch wieder jetzt nur mehr Glück als Verstand bei der Echse. Ich weiß nicht genau. Das Problem ist... Das Problem bei der Echse ist... Davor ist ein Ruinenwächter. Okay, wenn ich den hier runterfallen lasse, dann braucht die Brücke zu lange, um sich zu regenerieren, als dass ich wieder rüberkomme. Ich frage mal eben, ob das... Komme ich da auch so rüber? Ne. No, das kommt, also, es ist egal, wie ich es mache, es ist immer scheiße. Wenn ich sie alle vorne abstürzen lasse, okay. Dann habe ich noch den Backup hinten. Oh Mann, keine Ahnung. Vielleicht braucht man einfach ein bisschen Glück. Oder lässt sie sich hiervon zurückschubsen? Das ist die Frage. Weil irgendwie lässt sie sich ja auch anscheinend hauen. Ich kann ihn ja mal stehen lassen. Was soll's? Obwohl, nee, ich lasse den nicht stehen. Mir viel zu risky. Das Feuer hat gut funktioniert. Warum sollen wir das jetzt ändern? Ja. Blitz. Blitz. Feuer. Das geht nicht. Ich kann ihn nicht bewegen. Ich weiß nicht wieso. Geht nicht. Das ist zu nervig, das Vieh. Ach, der killt den, oder was? Jo. Gut, dass er ihn zurückgeschmissen hat. So. Da gibt es noch einen. Sehr gut. Scheiße. Scheiße. Da ist der Abfallmagier. Okay. Das ist der Abfallmagier, der jetzt mal vermutlich durchgekommen ist. Okay. Ich muss noch einen davon hinbauen. Ich muss jetzt mal kurz warten. Komm schon. Okay. Jetzt habe ich das Problem wieder. Ja, keine Ahnung, wie ich das lösen soll. Alter, ey. Nee. Hey, das gibt's nicht. Gott. Die Brücke wird nicht wieder ready. Schnell genug. Hier. Komm wieder, komm wieder, komm wieder, komm wieder, komm wieder. Guck das an. Das war doch vorhin nicht. Da ging das doch. Alter. Gott. Ich hoffe, jetzt ist kein Abgrundmagier durchgekommen. Diesmal. Meine Fresse, ey. Ja, so, jetzt haben wir's. Gut. Jetzt kann ich wieder ruhig schlafen. Oh Mann, ey. Nervig. Ja, super nervig, ey. Wahnsinn. So, bringt mir absolut nichts. Ich wollte mir nur selbst beweisen, dass ich es schaffe. So. Guck ich mal eben, ob ich hier noch... ne? Reicht noch nicht ganz. Da reicht es auch noch nicht. Naja, ich könnte noch einen Roll kaufen. Gucken, was der Händler sagt. 17 Tage, ja, das ist ein bisschen lang. Oh ja, da konnte ich vielleicht nochmal zulegen. Dann kriege ich 300. Ja. 300 reicht aber auch noch nicht. Schauen wir mal kurz. Hup. Kann man das auch direkt zweimal kaufen oder dreimal? Nicht so aus. Was? Ach, Kinder. Ach so. Moment. Jetzt weiß ich, was hier falsch ist. Nervt mich doch alle nicht. Nice. Nochmal Mundsegen. Das ist ja mir nämlich ausgelaufen, was richtig dumm war. So. Jetzt muss ich noch einen kaufen. So, jetzt kann ich noch einen Roll machen. Sehr schön. So, okay. Und? Immer noch einen. Heilige Scheiße, ey. Ärgerlich. Jetzt haben wir wirklich wieder. Jetzt sind wir wieder bei 70, 80 Pity oder so ein Scheiß. So, der Roll von heute ist noch nicht drin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 60, 66. Okay, ja, plus 10. 76 Rolls. Also Frechheit. Das ist eine Frechheit. Also wirklich. Das ist wirklich eine Frechheit. Die Chance ist so scheiße gering. Das ist eine Frechheit. Ohne Spaß. Ich will doch wenigstens mal 50-50 verlieren. Was soll das? Und dann wieder mal noch eine Mona oder eine Kaching ziehen. Von ich schon 80.000 habe. So. Mann. Dabei finde ich Ayato gut. Ausnahmsweise mal finde ich den wieder gut. Warum kriege ich den nicht? Frechheit. So. Okay. War die schon immer da? Hübsch. So. Okay, meine lieben Freunde. Das war's für mich für heute. Und morgen schließen wir die Aktion ab mit den letzten beiden Aktionen, die es da noch gibt. Hier Krieger und Blumenhof. So, das wird vermutlich nicht ganz so lange dauern, aber wir gucken mal. Also dann, meine lieben Freunde, ich danke euch fürs Zuschauen. Ich hoffe, ihr hattet Spaß und wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal. Tschüss!